Hello, couch potatoes. Welcome to another episode of On the Sofa with Lil Sonya. And this evening, we got a power couple on the sofa with us this evening, straight from Chicago. We got Marquis, am I saying it correctly?
Yes, you are.
And Taylor Williams. They are the host of You're Stuck With Me podcast, and I can't wait to hear all about it. But first, you guys have checked out the show, so you know I'm going to ask each of you to choose a number, and I hope you didn't study and practice for this. Pick a number no greater than your current age.
That's the only studying I was doing.
Okay. Okay, so each of you have a chance to give me a number no greater than your current age.
You want to go first, back?
22.
22. I like that number. Okay, Taylor. 22. Tell me, how does 22-year-old Taylor tie into Taylor that's on the sofa with us this evening?
Ooh. I would say that 22-year-old Taylor went through a lot of experiences, went through a lot of trials and tribulations, so you can have the calm, cool, and chill Taylor that you have now.
I love it. What about you, Marquise?
I'm going to say 20.
Okay, let's go. Tell me how 20-year-old Marquise ties into the Marquise that's sitting with us today.
20-year-old Marquise was having a lot of questions and not a lot of answers. Yeah. Still trying to figure out life, still trying to figure out what he wanted to do, and just trying to figure himself out along with trying to maintain adulthood, the things that came with that. So 20 was just a big year where me at 20 was just trying to figure myself out, figure out the world around me.
So do the both of you think that 22-year-old Taylor and 20-year-old Marquise is satisfied with where you are today?
No.
Only because 22-year-old Taylor always wants more. Same with this Taylor here.
Mm-hmm. I love that answer. I do. Let's get into it then. So, we married.
Mm-hmm.
You started your podcast. Did you start your podcast as a married couple or as a couple?
As a married couple.
A married couple. Okay. And what brought you to bringing it to the podcast? What brought you to the forefront?
Well, first, our love story, it went through a lot. I like to call it an unorthodox love story, and all our friends and family. It was like, you two should write a book about everything y'all went through so far. And I'm like, no, we're not at that age or at that mindset just yet where we feel like we should be writing a book. I said,
but we'll do a podcast.
So that's what the podcast came about.
Okay. And you could take all those segments and turn them into a book.
We can.
But
it's a lot more to do before we write that book just yet.
So what was the main thing, like out of all of your experiences and everything you went through, what was your main focus for your podcast?
Well, we wanted to tell our unorthodox love story, but we also wanted to do a lot of other things along the way. We wanted to break the narrative of the, women are this, men are that. And, make people realize that we as Black people and Black couples, especially millennial couples, we're out here getting married. We're out here having jobs. We're out here raising families.
We want to get married because we always hear like millennials in general that we don't want to get married. It's all about, we just want to chill, Netflix and chill. We always want to just, talk to a person. There's some of us out here that want to get married. They still want to build foundations with somebody, have kids and everything like that. And also,
you're right. I noticed that. I'm a Gen Xer, but I noticed that on social media, a lot of millennials say, I'm never getting married.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to get married. I don't think marriage is the thing for me. Well, you don't know it till you try it, right?
Right.
Because it's totally different from dating.
It is.
It's very different from dating.
And I'm going to be honest, I think getting married was one of the best decisions I ever made.
I love it.
I say it every day.
So give us a little peek into your unorthodox love story, if you don't mind.
Ooh, where do we start?
That I think those chapters probably meant around to be a volume.
I would say, well, the best way I describe it is me and Marquise went through the in sickness and in health before we said I do. So one of the bases of the podcast, and I'm an unorthodox love story. I mean, you don't mind me sharing.
Go ahead.
So a month into us dating, Marquise was diagnosed with cancer.
Oh.
And also around that year, so that was around the time before me and Marquise got together, I had 2 immediate deaths in my family. I lost my grandmother in January that year of 2017. And during January 2017, and then after that, I lost my mom in May of 2017.
So sorry.
Thank you. And then in September 2017, that's when Marquise was diagnosed with cancer.
Girl, I know you was like, I can't take no more.
That was an understatement. But, you know, one thing I told Marquise throughout the whole thing was he gonna have to get it together, because I just don't be in hospital rooms with everybody, you know. I don't go above beyond like this. You're special. I mean, we have this dry sense of humor amongst the both of us. So when I said it, I know it sounds kind of bad, but
no,
it was in a joking manner. So I was like, you stuck me. So you might as well kick cancer's butt.
And
did not
twice.
once,
and did.
but twice.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Not once, but twice. And, you know, I was like, I can't do life without you. So you need to get your ish together for real. You stuck.
Okay.
You stuck with me.
So that's actually how we came up with the name of the podcast. It actually works out 2 ways. So it's like we tell each other, get your ish together because you stuck with me. But because of everything that we've been through before we got married to now, it's like everything that we've been through, you never left. You stuck with me. So
yeah.
So what you're on your platform, what is it that you bring to not only the millennials, because you know you got more than millennials watching you.
Mm-hmm.
What is it that you bring to them? What I know we already discussed your purpose, but what are some of the things that you bring to them to inspire them, to let them know that, hey, marriage is okay. Hey, you go through this shit. It happens, but it's okay.
Well, one thing we do bring is we bring everything in real time. So it's never like, oh, we just sitting here coming up with scenarios. No, what you hear in our different episodes, we related to music. So whatever, because my spirit animal is music. Like that's one of my unofficial love languages. So I always have a song for everything. So each episode is a song title, and we related to whatever situation that was. So for example, we have one episode that's called about date night. So we use Luther Vandross, Can I Take You Out?
Okay.
So we just talk about how we try to make time for date night, but life always life. Or sometimes we might not have enough money to go out and do like, I don't know, Benihana's or whatever the case may be. So we just might go to Walmart and that'd be a Walmart date. You know, anything we could do. We like, as long as we spend a good amount of time with each other, it's a date.
I love it. So Marquise, congratulations on kicking cancer's ass, not once, but twice.
Thank you.
How are you feeling now health-wise?
I'm feeling good. Trying to get around, moving. Been back in the gym. Trying to return to play in basketball. I'm an avid basketball fan, avid football fan. So just trying to be active.
Do you discuss any of your journey with cancer and your battle and winning it on your podcast?
Yeah, we don't hold anything back. So we tell the story from the diagnosis to the days I went through a stem cell transplant, from losing weight to gaining weight. So everything in between. We don't get too gory with it because we know some people can't handle it. But we just, tell the big focal points of what happened. And to the first time I received the diagnosis, this was a shock. Prior to that, and we discussed it on the podcast, I was actually a contestant on Wheel of Fortune. So
really?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that was my favorite game show as a kid.
Yeah. So from going to that to a cancer diagnosis is like a fall from grace. And like I said, we tell the story, we tell all the things that happen, the in-betweens, the little moments that made a difference, and the moments that we realized that we are made for each other. No question.
Yes. So I got another question for you. How does it make you feel to have Taylor by your side through it all?
In the word, grateful. Grateful, because at any point in this entire story, she could have up and left, and she didn't.
And she didn't. Taylor, what was your motivation to stay in there? You know, you told me he was stuck with you. But we heard that loud and clear, but what was the motivation to stick in there? And how do you feel about being a healer? Because you're a healer. And I just feel like if it wasn't for you, you know, maybe his battle wouldn't have been so great because you're the healer.
Well, I never thought of myself as a healer. I always knew that I was meant to be his support system. Mm-hmm. So I always tell Marquise, and that was part of the reason why I stuck around. I see Marquise as a great man with a lot of potential. And that's just in a lot of things that he does, just like speaking to friends and family. And this right here, I just tell him, like, this is a testament, because he can use this story to help others who might be overcome not only cancer, but any illness, life-threatening illness.
Yeah.
But to answer your question, what stuck me around was I prayed for a man who would love me unconditionally. So if that mean I gotta stick around him to kick cancer's ass, or, you know, get his health together, then so be it. Because at the end of the day, I still see him as that tall, nice looking man that I went to high school with and reconnect at the park, who was just talking to everybody and everything like that. So I never really saw him as sick. I just saw it as, okay, he got a little life intermission right now. He just trying to get himself together. Let me stick around, so when he gets better, we can enjoy life together.
And we have.
I love it.
Since then, we've been able to travel outside the country on our honeymoon. We went to Miami for 6 days, and then we went to Aruba, Dominican Republic, and La Romana for 8 days on an 8-day cruise. So.
And I love it. He flew me out to California when he was on Wheel of Fortune too. I can't. A lot of people can't say that. I'm getting flew out. So yeah.
All right, Marquise, you doing your big one. What are you guys' future goals for one another?
I want to see her achieve her goals of being a music curator, a DJ, and Janet Jackson's best friend, hype woman, background dancer, everything.
Janet, I'ma tag you. You better get in touch with her. She ready.
I've been ready.
That's your favorite artist?
Yes. Yes.
So what about you, Taylor?
I want to see us continue to share our story with others through the podcast. See us as parents. I've been having baby fever lately, so
okay.
See us as awesome parents, and, you know, just continue to take over the world with my best friend.
Yes, I love it. Oh, that's so touching. I love it. How long have you been married?
We'll be 2 years in July.
All right. 2 years and you're not killing each other. I love it. I love it. So
we're not killing each other.
We're planning for babies. How many babies we want?
I want twins. 2 and out.
I want boys, so we can meet in the middle. She gets twins, I get boys.
My son got 2 twin boys on the way.
Hey.
Yeah. So I'm excited about that. Okay, so can we tell people how we can get in touch with you? Anything else you want to shed light on?
Well, first off, if you guys ever want to send emails to us through our podcast, you can reach out to us through youstuckwithme@gmail.com. So that is USTCKWITME@gmail.com. You can follow us on social media at You Stuck With Me Podcast on IG. That's You Stuck With Me _podcast. I think I said that right. No, You Stuck With Me _ Yeah, I did. You Stuck With Me _podcast. You can follow me personally on IG and the app formerly known as Twitter. That is mine M1NE_1. That is mine M1E_1.
And you can find me on Instagram and Twitter under Queen Points. Well, the app formerly known as Twitter under Queen Points. That is PO1NTZ. Again, that is Queen Points, PO1NTZ. And if you want some more behind the scenes stuff of our podcast and how we, record and do our karaoke for the episodes, you can, before the government shut us down.
You didn't tell me about the karaoke.
Yeah. We do karaoke.
We do karaoke before
open up every
our episode. But you can see our karaoke rehearsals on TikTok under Queen Points 22.
Also, you guys can also find us on Facebook at You Stuck With Me Podcast
and YouTube.
And do you guys sit down with guests?
We've had guests on our podcast. We're going to open up to some more guests in the future.
Okay. So are you guys planning on, and I don't know, my spirit just want me to ask you, are you planning on like turning to like some counselors, some couple counselors or doing some therapy for other couples?
I'm not against it.
We're not against it, but we always say we are no experts.
Nobody is. Even doctors practice medicine.
Definitely, right. We're no experts, but we share. The way we give advice, let's put it that way. We give it two ways. We give it from a point of view of through experience, what we've been through so far, and the second way is through a way we wish somebody would have told us when we was going through it. So yeah. I don't know. I mean, it's whatever God and the Spirit leads us to. I mean, I've been feeling in my spirit too that we're gonna get a live show out of this podcast in the future.
Oh yeah, I see it too. That's why I asked that question.
Yeah, we want to do a live show. We've been to a few live shows and just not only enjoying the live show, but seeing what goes into it. So yeah, it's just studying what other podcasters do and how they do it, and say, oh, okay, just picking up little things.
Yeah. And that's how you perfect your craft. Because listen, if Risa Tisla can get on TikTok and now she's signed and got an agent and all these deals, come on, y'all.
Yeah. I feel like right now we're in the midst of trying to grow our podcast, so we're paying our dues before we take that big leap to the next step. Because if you don't set a good foundation, everything else is going to crumble.
Yeah.
And you never know who's watching.
Yeah.
And also giving flowers to those who done it before us too, because they set the blueprint.
Absolutely. Shout out to Wendy Williams. I just wanted to say that. I just want to give my girl a shout out. I mean, she's not favored by many, but she's the queen. She didn't do it on a podcast. She did radio because it wasn't podcast back then, but she's the queen and she paved the way for us to have this voice. So shout out to Wendy Williams and shout out to Marquis and Taylor, y'all. Chicago's very own. Y'all a bad couple.
Thank you.
You're going to go very far. You're going to get that live show. And y'all going to be the next Jack and Jill of therapy for Black couples. I'm telling you.
Just please don't say that we're couple goals. We are not couple goals.
No, but your inspiration. And that's a major plus,
Mm-hmm.
You don't find that too often. And the fact that you want to share your, and inspire others. And like I said, you never know who's watching. Somebody could have been watching the light like, wow, Taylor really stuck it out with him. You know what I'm saying? They could be going through the same situation and ready to leave because they can't handle it. Tell us, Taylor, and this is important. We're on that topic. What are some things you used as coping mechanisms while you were healing your husband?
Quite honestly, I just use prayer. I was like, I don't know how to do anything else. Like I stated before, I lost my grandmother and my mother in the same year as Marquise first got diagnosed. So one of the things they really instilled in me was prayer, right? And also the mindset, if you really love somebody, if you really, really love somebody and you know they could do right by you and everything like that, you stick by them. So I'm not gonna say it's easy, because by no means
It was
not easy. And I ain't gonna lie, there's probably probably once or twice I'd have thought like, I might not be built for this for real. But God said different. God was like, this man is what you pray for. He going through something right now, but I promise that he will get through it. So just more manifestation and walking in the future sense that he was going to be okay, that we was going to be doing fulfilling our hopes, dreams, and desires. That's what helped me. Prayer and just getting to the end goal.
Remember, we made manifestation boards too.
Yeah, we did make
I love it. I love it. Yes. Listen, guys, y'all got to come back. Y'all got to come back. Y'all got to give us an update on that live show that's coming. Because it's coming.
It's coming.
Yes, I see it. I see great things. You are a beautiful couple. You guys have amazing energy on you. I'd have you back if you don't mind coming back.
Oh, we don't mind.
No, you stuck with it.
I'll be in Chicago in June.
Really?
And I'll be going on the sofa live with my good friend Cassandra.
Okay.
I had her on the sofa. She's a big fighter and advocate for prison reform and out there. So she has a new spot over in the Inglewood area, a storefront where she's conducting her business and doing everything. So I've been invited to come and do a live show there, and I'd love if you guys come out.
Let's keep in touch.
Inglewood,
definitely.
Definitely right across the expressway from us.
Yes. I grew up on 66th and Blackstone, so.
Oh,
yeah, you're not far from where we are at all.
Yeah. I told you that in the email. Yeah.
And plus, you stuck with us now, so.
Yeah, we stuck. Family. We cousins now.
Most definitely.
All right, Marquise and Taylor, thank you so much for taking time out to sit on the sofa with me this evening. It was a beautiful pleasure. Guys, we will rerun this episode again, and we will have all of their information up on the screen so that you guys can have it and you can get in touch with them and you check out their podcast. You stuck with me. I'm sure they have some amazing stories, and I can't wait to check it out myself. I think that's what I'm going to do on my lunch tomorrow.
Oh, thank you. And the pleasure was all ours.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, cousins. I got to go. I got stuff to do. I will holler at you all in another time. All right. Beware that Mercury retrograde, y'all. Pray. Keep praying.
We will. Peace out. You stuck with us.
Yes. Forever. All right, live. I'll see y'all later. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.